you the way and who can help you along your career path. It's vital. It's vital to have a female mentor. It's
Yes.
vital to have a woman who knows like who's been in the workplace and can give you tips on surviving,
Yes.
um, personally and professionally, quite honestly. And that's why I really love your brand, the Career Mastered brand. I mean, I just think you do incredible work. And I'm sorry I missed your intro, and I apologize to your audience. I have no idea what's going on with the technology.
That's okay. That's
I'm
okay. One of the
honored
things
to be with you. Yeah,
one of the
yeah,
things we know, and especially being you in broadcast, that you
yeah.
have to go with flexibility. You have to really
Yes,
learn to just kind of go with the deal. And
yeah.
so at the end of the day, we're good, right? So let me just start over, if I can, to say that today's episode is really about Dr. Vanessa, and both she and I are having some challenges really with the internet. I'm not sure what that's about, but in between my trying to talk with her as well as filled in questions, I'm filling in that gap as we go through. So I'm hoping that if you're here and you're commenting, you can walk with us through this unbelievable situation.
I'm
But
gonna try my phone.
I know we're good. We're good. So what I'm going to try to do is ask you a question, Dr. Tyler, and hopefully we can answer. Why don't you give us a backdrop about your career? And I'm not thinking that this is going to work today. I'm thinking that is not going to work. And so what we'll do is probably try this program maybe tomorrow, because for whatever reason, ladies and gentlemen, it is truly not working today. For whatever reason, it's not wanting to allow the connection. And it is what it is. And so, what do you do when you have challenges? You have to try and eliminate the barriers. And so, we've tried to connect her not only through her phone, we've tried to connect her through her network, and for some unknown situation, it's not working. And so, what I've been doing, and I'm hoping that as you hop on with the comments, I see that Janet Carson, good morning. Janet, you're right. We got to love technology when it does work. But um, it's on LinkedIn, but for some reason it's not working. And so I hope you're well, Janet. I hope you can kind of tell me, as well as you, Lindell, and I'm looking at those that are with me today, that you can tell me what's going on at your in your world, Janet. If you can send me a note, where are you calling in from, or looking at the show from, that would be helpful, as well as you, Lindell, if you can tell me that as well. So Vanessa, can you hear me now? I can't. She's still not working. She looks
You
beautiful.
know, it's just going in and out. It's just a night.
Yeah, you look beautiful. If nothing else, I certainly.
But I just don't understand why this is happening.
Well, maybe if you can, I got an idea. Why don't you turn off your speaker for your computer laptop, and let's talk with you by phone. We'll just look at your picture. Can we do that? Let's try that. I'm not sure if she can hear me. This has never happened, but hey, life happens, right? So, as I was talking with you all about leadership and what we women should be doing to help the next generation, it really is about making sure that we open the door, we reach out, and where we actually pull back the curtain and help and show the next generation some of the challenges that we perhaps have had. And so, Vanessa, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, so let's just talk for a minute, as long as we can. Let me quickly get the questions in, because I tell you what, it's been you've been a trooper, and I'm trying and as well to be a trooper. So let's just start and see what we get. Okay. So my first question to you was, if you, as an Emmy Award-winning, 6-time Emmy nominated news anchor and reporter and host, Wow, that's just amazing. I just wonder if you can tell us about this impressive broadcast journalism experience and share with us your backstory. There she is. Can you hear me? Can you talk by phone? It's not working. So while I'm waiting for Vanessa to be able to talk, I'm hoping that she can get to the telephone. I'm talking to Janet Carlson, who's also in the audience, and she's waving at me by a comment. And it says that she's my first day after North Carolina A&T University welcome students back. So she's at NCAT, the Aggies, go Aggies, and she is basically saying how graceful and pivot, like we have to pivot through challenges. And so I'm actually having to pivot right now through this challenge of technology not working. But as far as we're concerned, I hope you're excited, Janet, that we are actually going to be presenting, if you will, the HBCUs in our publication this winter. On the screen right here, you'll see a picture of the I Am Her HBCU camp Queens. And our intent really is to really continue to show the rich heritage of the African American schools and what we do in that environment. And so I'm excited about that. In the meantime, it looks like Vanessa, I'm not sure if she can hear me. Can you hear me, Vanessa? Hello? Can you hear me? Vanessa? Is she there? I see a beautiful picture. Can she hear me? As we're working, I'm going to continue to talk about the HBCUs. For those of you who have not had an opportunity to subscribe to Career Master Magazine, it's very easy to do that. You can do that at www.careermaster.com. There you can find news stories as well as information about the events that we do, and as well as the scholarships that we give. But more importantly, you can subscribe to the magazine. Are you there, Vanessa?
I am here.
Okay. I'm going to hope that you can tell us about your background.
Well, I think you started, I heard a little bit of the bio in between the gremlins here, but I went to Syracuse University and I started behind the scenes in Washington, D.C. at WTTG TV. And then I went before the camera, going to Salisbury, Maryland. From there, I went to various markets around the country because at that time, you kind of went to different markets around the country until you worked your way up to what they call a major market, which in my case, my hometown, New York City. So that was really great for me to be working in my hometown. I worked at a local iconic WPIX TV for about 11 years. I anchored and reported there, and then I anchored at a regional station, and now I am just honored to be working for the Black Information Network. It's the first time really that I've done radio, and it's just been amazing to do this particular news. I liken it to like you go to a doctor, a general doctor, and then you go to a specialist.
Yes.
I think we are the specialist, and because of what's happening in our community, I think our news is needed now more than ever. News from our perspective. We're staffed by a group of award-winning journalists. It's an incredible product. And I invite everybody to tune in and listen in, binnews.com, just in case I get cut off. I just want people
to. Okay, that's okay. I'm praying that we're there because, I mean, to have a full paragraph from you is wonderful. That's awesome. So,
and we're hanging there. You're doing a tremendous job.
We just have to go with the flow, you know,
yes.
And you learn in your career to be agile and flexible and don't panic. I mean, what you can control, you can control, and what you can't, right? So
that's right.
Let's talk a little about. Yeah, let me hear a little bit about the Black news. What's going on in Black news? Tell me what you think, and hopefully she can tell me a little bit more. It is amazing what's happening here today, but again, I guess you just have to plan for. You know, it's like having one of those situations where you plan for the generator. Well, I'm the generator, so let's keep it moving. and I'll talk a little bit about what we're doing and what's coming up for Career Mastered. And again, good morning, Lindell. Good to see you. I know that Janet and you are both helping. So, what I asked Vanessa was, what's happening in Black news?
You know what? It's interesting you should say that. At this time, we are the top story. We are the lead story. What's happening in our, whether it's voting, certainly police brutality, it's unbelievable the number of stories we cover concerning that. And you would think that we would run out of material. I hate to say it, we don't.
Yes.
Every day there's another story. Every day there's something uncovered. And that's where know and get the message. I don't know whether I'm still on because I don't see you anymore.
That's okay. Just keep talking. Just keep talking. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Vanessa? So, as she was saying, that we are the story today in the Black news arena, between police brutality and race relations. Those things are continuing to happen. Can you hear me?
I can.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm continuing. and so what I think is frustrating for us all right now today is that the internet has decided that it's not working. And so what we probably are going to do is continue with me talking, and we'll probably thank Vanessa for being with us. And I'm going to have her back again because it's not fair to her that technology took over her time with us today. And I know how important time is for people. I don't for a moment take for granted the fact that people take the time out to prepare, to get ready, to talk with you, to pour into our audience and also myself what they have learned and what they have been involved in. And so I want to particularly thank Dr. Vanessa for attempting to be with us today. It didn't work in terms of technology for whatever reason, and I'm going to have her back on the show in the very near future. And so what I'm going to do right now is just talk with you about what's going on in the world of Career Mastered magazine. And I'm going to see one more time. Here she is. Let's see if it works. Can you hear me?
I certainly can.
So what I'm basically saying is that I cannot thank you enough for being with us today. And for whatever reason, things are just not happening. I'm going to have you back on the show, and we'll like minds think again to have orange on, because we didn't think or even talk about what we were wearing. But here we are today in the fall colors of orange. And you look fabulous. You're beautiful. And so I want to let you know that we're going to have you back, Dr. Vanessa, on another show. And thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your love and for what you do in the marketplace. And so we will let you go and talk with you on the back end about setting up another schedule. And hopefully next time the internet will work appropriately. Okay. I love you. Yeah. So what we're going to do today is talk with you all about, for just a few more minutes, about what we're doing in terms of Career Mastered. And particularly, let me say again that our goal and our mission is to advance women's leadership. So how do we do that? We do that on a number of fronts. It is actually a tiered approach. The approach is that we advance women's leadership through honoring women, extraordinary women that are in the marketplace, as I mentioned, compelling themselves to do the business of business every day globally. And since 2015, we've actually honored over 200 plus women in the annual Women's History Leadership Awards, which, by the way, will be coming up this fall for nominations. And so we have had the privilege of having great sponsors like Fifth Third Bank. We've had great sponsors like Walgreens. We've had sponsors like Mercedes-Benz, If I go on and on, I could name them all, but we're just so pleased to have the privilege of great partnerships. And we've been able to host the annual Women's History Leadership Awards, the Career Master Awards, going into our 7th year. That's amazing. 7 years will be coming up this March 22nd, 2022. And what I want to let you know is to be on the lookout, if you will, for the nominations that will be coming up this fall. So if you know of a deserving woman that is, one, high achieving, two, who has made and demonstrated, proven her leadership, three, one that has been in the marketplace, giving back to the next generation of women, and four, those who are absolutely mentoring. And so, what I want to make sure you do is look out for the nomination process. Be sure to nominate women that certainly deserve this award. And we will be hosting the program in March of 2022. Now, typically, we have been in different cities like Charlotte, New York, Detroit, was headed to Hilton Head in 2020, but that didn't work because of the pandemic. So we pivoted again and learned to do the show virtually. And so we will be doing this show virtually again. Um, if if the variant continues, I'm not sure what it would be like in 2022, and I don't think any of us know. So as we plan, we're planning virtually. If we have the opportunity to do something hybrid model where we can actually be on both fronts, both at Hilton Head and virtual, we'll do that. But I just wanted to put that on your calendar as a reminder. 2022 of March, we will be announcing the date soon. The next item that I want to share with you is, as I mentioned, our September issue is coming out. We're so thrilled to do our double take issue once again. Our double take issue is typically a woman that certainly is compelling everyone to watch. And Albania Rosario is no different. She will be with us in the studio next Thursday. Albania Rosario, look out for her. She is doing her thing in New York, having brought the Latin taste to Fashion Week. And with September being Fashion Week, we're really excited to have her story. And so she will be with us. We're also going to Fashion Week as a magazine, Career Master Magazine. We're ecstatic to have been invited to host a reception, a virtual reception with the Latin American Federation of Designers. And so you should be on the lookout for that. You can tap into our website, which is www.careermaster.com, to keep up with events and activities of what we're doing. And again, we're excited about the double issue. It has been announced today on Newswire. You can pick that up and understand the story of how she immigrated to the United States and decided to do her thing. And she is doing her thing. Then I want to make sure, once again, I mention the HBCU Winter Special Edition of Queens that we will present to all of you all and tell you about the stories of some great universities. Then, on top of that, as you know, our second part of our mission to advance women's leadership is to pave the way. And so we do that through Excel Village. And Excel Village is a 501c3 organization that was established in 2015. And since that time, listen to this, since that time, we have been able to provide over $30,000 in scholarships to deserving youth who are either going to college or girls who are entrepreneurs starting their own business. And we recognize them during the annual Career Master Women's Leadership Summit in March. And so the nomination process for the scholarships will start also this winter. And I want you to be on the lookout for that. So that means that you need to go to our websites to ensure that you stay in touch. And there are a number of ways to stay in touch. As I mentioned, the careermaster.com, but you could also go to excelvillage.org. That's Excel, EXCELVILLAGE.org. There you will learn more about our STEM Fab. That's the STEM Fab Summit that we also put on for girls in grades 5th through 12th. Each year during April, we actually host a summit for the girls. This past year was sponsored by Macy's, and in previous years, we've had other sponsors like Ally Financial, Fifth Third Bank. They get it, they understand what we're doing. And so, over 50 girls receive scholarships to attend the summit. And so, you should know that you would want to look out for the nomination process so that you can nominate girls to receive scholarships to attend the STEM Fab Summit. But you also might want to mentor and be a part of the summit. And the summit allows women who have demonstrated leadership to teach and to help mold young women in the STEM Fab disciplines. And so, what is STEM Fab? It is our copyrighted um, approach to helping women and helping girls understand the disciplines of science, technology, engineering, and math. But we know that having that alone is not enough, that we women need finance, arts, and business. And so we've added STEM Fab as the curriculum for Excel Village. And during the summit, we have women that come in and talk to our young girls about investment and banking, as well as the arts, science. Last April, we had a coding workshop that was put on by Sarah Chips out of New York, which owns Jewel Bots. And that was amazing. And so do look for that in terms of Excel Village. And then our third arm of what we do is we host pop up events. And of course, before the pandemic, we were almost every month, not only at like Federal Reserve Bank, where we teach about financing, but we also were perhaps at car dealerships learning about cars. We need to understand all aspects of the marketplace as women in order to advance women's leadership. And so I'm hopeful that you will go to our websites, again, excelvillage.org or careermaster.com. Or if you want to just even go over to drlisa.com, that would be great. Because, by the way, I just published a new book called Capacity: Women Shattering the Limits Now. Just really excited about this book. You can get it in a hardcover, or you can get it in a soft cover, or even on Kindle. You can pick that up as well as an ebook. My reason for writing this book, make sure you see it, is that Okay, so today was a tough day, but I'm still smiling. I am going to end today's discussion. I hope you got the information that we wanted you to have, and that you will be with us next week, Thursday, as we bring on Albania Asario, and we'll have better luck with the technology. And this is how it works. You just have to flow and be agile with things that happen that are under no control of yours. In the meantime, make it a great day. And I will see you next Thursday at 10 o'clock a.m. as we continue the discussion with high achieving, powerful women that have been able to demonstrate their leadership in the marketplace. We'll see you next time. Bye now.